Hello crafty friends, it's Alicia here with a project for Tailored Expressions. In today's video, I'm going to be making a trio of thank you cards in a flash with the new All Planned Out 2 die set. This new die set includes 10 pieces that are going to help you build some quick and easy cards. It includes a scalloped mat for kind of a fun split window die, along with a sentiment with shadow and some various matting pieces, as well as these fun little accent stars and diamonds. For the focal points on today's cards, I'll be using the Oh My Word Thank You stamp and coordinating die, and I'll be creating my own pattern cardstock with the Fresh Foliage stamp and die combo. To help with stamping, I got out the TE Teal Misty and the Just Press tool, and I'll also be doing some free range stamping, so I pulled in a few clear blocks. For cardstock, I'll be using buttercream frosting, green tea, and toffee. For my stamping, I got out green tea, toffee, mulled wine, and peaches and cream ink pads. And I'll be holding everything together with a variety of adhesives. Let's get crafty! I prepped my cardstock pieces ahead of time, the first of which was using 2 pieces of toffee cardstock to create 2 top-fold vertical card bases and 1 top-fold horizontal card base. I used the scallop die from All Planned Out 2 to cut 3 mats from a piece of green tea cardstock. I just love the scallop and that fun stitching detail. And finally, I used 1.5 pieces of buttercream cardstock to create 3 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside of my cards, and 1 piece that was 4.5 by 10 that I will be stamping onto. The reasons I chose these dimensions is I knew that I could cut out 3 of that split window die from this piece. And speaking of stamping, that's what I'm going to do first. Using the Fresh Foliage stamp set, I'm going to be creating my own pattern cardstock with these 4 inks. I do like to decide ahead of time which stamp I'm going to use with which ink, so I placed one on top of each of the ink pads. I did try to use the largest stamp with the lightest ink, so that would be Toffee, because I will be overlapping the images. I do plan on using the splatter stamp, but I'm not sure yet for which color, so I'll leave that decision for later. I got my first stamp placed onto a block, and to keep my work surface clean, I added a grid paper placemat behind my piece of cardstock. Now what I'm going to do is just create my own patterned piece. And if you've been watching any of the Happy Half Sheet videos, it's going to be similar to this, but the size of my cardstock is just a little bit different. I like to start in the upper left-hand corner and make sure that the image bleeds off the top and the left, and then I will rotate my stamp and kind of make a triangle. Then once that first triangle is made, I just keep rotating and stamping until I have filled up the sheet. I do try to keep the space in between each branch consistent, but later this is going to be chopped up into small pieces, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Once that first color was down, I brought in the next stamp with the peaches and cream ink and did pretty much the same process, inking up, stamping, rotating, inking up, until again I thought I had some good coverage. If stamping your own pattern cardstock isn't really your thing, you can get backgrounds by doing layered stenciling. You could do just a background stamp, maybe tone on tone, just something to give a little extra color or texture to your pieces. I continued to use the remaining stamps and inks until my piece was pretty much filled up, and then it was time to bring in the splatter stamp for those final touches. I decided after looking at my piece that I would be using peaches and cream ink for the 3 little dots. I used this final stamp to fill in any of the open areas that I thought needed a little something extra. And here's a look at my finished piece. Once that was all stamped, I took this piece off camera with that split window die, and here you'll see the different arrangements that you can get by just rotating the die on your pattern cardstock. Now for the horizontal one, I did put my large piece on the left, but you could definitely rotate it and put that on the right instead. To add these pieces to the mat, I like to start with that largest piece on the bottom. That way when I add adhesive to the back and go to put it on the mat, I can try to get an even border between the cardstock and that stitched edge. Once that is in place, I bring in another piece, and after the adhesive is on the back, I'm going to try to align it with the piece at the bottom and make sure that outer border is just about the same, as close as I can get it. And then finally, that third piece, it's just going to go right in there, again trying to keep the space between it and on the outside the same. I added the rest of the stamp pieces to their mats in this same way. Now if you wanted some extra dimension on your card, you could definitely use foam tape for these pieces. I just wanted to keep the background pretty flat, and I'll add some dimension later. After those were all adhered together, I brought in those toffee card bases and added one piece to the front of each. Again, using tape runner to keep everything nice and flat, and just trying to get nice even borders before I press down the pieces. For my focal points, I will be using the large thank you from the stamp set in Mulled Wine ink onto some scraps of Buttercream cardstock. I'm going to get the stamp set up in the middle of one of the scraps in my MISTI, and then ink it up with that mulled wine and use the Just Press tool to get a nice clean impression. I don't know about you, but mulled wine is definitely one of my favorite TE inks. Let me know your favorite down in that comment section. Now that the stamp is all set up on the MISTI, it's quick and easy to stamp the remaining 2 sentiments that I'll need for my cards. Once those were all done, I took them off camera with that coordinating die to cut them out, and I also added some foam tape, both in pieces and sticky strips, to the back of each sentiment. I pulled all of the release paper off the back of the foam, and then before I go to put this on my card front, I am going to bring in some Barely Art liquid glue and put some on each of those little foam pieces. This is going to give me some wiggle time when I go to put it on my card, so I can make sure everything's nice and straight before the foam sticks firmly. There's kind of a little layer between, and it gives me some time to move it around. If you want the added dimension but don't want to use the foam tape, you could always cut extra plain copies of that thank you die and stack those up before putting them on the card front. Off camera, I used the 2 stamp sets to decorate the inside pieces for my cards. I used a different coordinating sentiment on each one and stamped a branch in the lower left-hand corner. I added each of those to the insides, and then to finish the cards off, I wanted to add a little sparkle, so I brought in bits and pieces drip drops in the gold glitter drops. I added 3 in a triangle around the thank you, and here are some close-up looks at the finished cards. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video. If you enjoyed the process, a thumbs up is appreciated. And if you're not already a subscriber, we do hope you'll click on the button below so you're the first to know about our latest videos. To find out more about the products I used today, you can check out the links in the description box or visit the Tailored Expressions online store at tailoredexpressions.com.